Hey, I never did a closing video yesterday. I was really tired when I got to camp. Asthma really kicked my butt yesterday. I had the beginnings of an asthma attack. Couldn't catch my breath. It was pretty scary. But anyway, so slept well. There was a storm that rolled through, and thunderstorm. So it kept me up for a little bit, but then I was just like, I'm going to sleep. I'm too tired. I took 3 Advil for my back, and yeah, slept great. So today, town day, heading to Erwin and get a shower, wash my clothes, and yeah, and tomorrow I'll be slack packing back to Hot Springs from Allen Gap. So yeah, this is High Rock. Trail is steep getting up here, but I mean, there's a view, but it's a view. So anyway, more mountains. Yeah, there's better views on the trail, so peace. I post a little update. So a while back I rolled my ankle pretty bad. Fell forward, banged my knee. Thought I wasn't going to be able to walk on and weighed my options, but I decided to get up and try to push on, so I am. I am about 2.5 miles from Uncle Johnny's, and I'll take off my shoe at that point and see if it ends up swelling up once I sit. And if it does, then I'll have to go home tomorrow morning. Anyway, but outside it feels fine right now. But there were a couple climbs in between. Doing it better today. So yeah, for anyone who's watching this who is asthmatic, especially if your asthma is classified as moderate to severe, definitely if it's classified as severe, like mine is, I would highly recommend you do not do this time of the year. The air is very thick. It was very hard to breathe on most of the climbs. So I would advise coming in the spring or the fall when it's a little bit cooler, less humid. So anyway, that's my little piece of advice. Until later. I'm staying in that one on the lefty. So hey, day 7, I'm at Uncle Johnny's getting prepared to leave. I'll be picked up at 9. I still have some time. It's only 7:37, so I have some time to rest. My ankle is okay, but the outside of it hurts, but there's no swelling or anything, so that's good. So I'll hobble through. I will hit 16 miles at some point today, not sure when, but that is coming today. I have to do a calculation. This trip I've gotten maybe 6 bee stings, and not really a lot of bug bites, but bee stings this time. So anyway, Uncle Johnny's was good, comfortable, got a good night's sleep, clean. I have no issues with the place at all. The people who work here were really nice, and so they cooked up some food for the 4th yesterday, because a lot of the restaurants, most of the restaurants, I think all the restaurants actually were closed. So I'm still a little tired. But anyway, this is the final day for this journey and the final day of the section hikes for this year. Peace. Hey, so Grumpy picked me up and drove me to the trail, gave me some info on the section, and so I'm a few miles in and just getting through. My ankle's feeling decent, trying to tune out any pain that pops in, but yeah, so it's noon and I still have about 12 miles to go, so it's going to be a late day today. But so far, so good. When the downhills and the flats come, I can make up some time. So yeah, the first climb wasn't terribly bad, but it helps when you're slack packing. I love slack packing, not gonna lie. Slack packing is awesome. I love camping out, but having those slack pack days is just beyond awesomeness. So yeah, so I'll probably get into boots off late tonight because I have 12 more miles to do and it's noon, and it's an hour and a half from Hot Springs, and I gotta eat. So, and then I go home tomorrow. So till later. Hey, so little update. I'm leaving Tanyard Gap from taking a break, and I got here and there was a woman and 2 guys, and they had just finished up a hike. They had day hiked into Hot Springs, and she brought me over a homemade blueberry muffin that was so good, and talked to the guys. She took off, and right before they left, they came over and brought me a Yingling Light. My favorite beer is Yingling. So I was so happy. Can't drink it now because I'll never get up the hills, but I'll be drinking it later. So it was unexpected because this time of the year, you know, people don't set up to do trail magic, but these were just people doing something kind. So definitely appreciated it. So gotta find the trail again. So peace out. Almost done. Not quite. Still need to get back to Laughing Heart. But I am walking into Hot Springs. I can't wait to get some food and something cold to drink. Soda, water, doesn't matter. Just something cold. But almost done with this. Yep. Reflections on this whole trip will come later. I am now leaving Hot Springs, and I hit a milestone today, which I didn't celebrate on the trail because I was honestly trying to get my miles in so I can make it to the diner before they closed. So I hit 1,600 miles completed today. Woohoo! I don't know where I am mile-wise. Maybe 1605, 1604, somewhere in there. But yep, and this trip was about 90 miles through heat and humidity and steep climbs, and all I gotta do is get back to Laughing Heart now. So I'll do a wrap-up video later, but 1,600 miles, woo! So hey, quick wrap-up. Overall, it was a good and challenging trip. There were steep climbs. The most challenging part of the trip was probably the way that the heat and humidity played off my asthma. So that made things much more difficult than they should have been. But, you know, you listen to your body and, you know, you push through it. I kept thinking of a quote from Scott Jurek's books, "The only way out is through." And I had to tell myself that. I did run through my old mantra about being a mountain goat, bounding swiftly over the mountains. And when I did meditate on that, I did have better days, which was only a couple of times that I actually meditated on that in the morning. So, yeah, the trip was great. I think my highlight was probably the Fire Skull Knob. Gorgeous. Then probably second would be Big Bald, and then the hump right after Big Bald, and then probably Max Patch third. Met some great people, Tigger, Rainbow, and Cindy on the first segment of my trip, and then got to hike with Harp on and off for 2 days. He was a good hiking partner. Didn't say anything about me going slow. Just when I slowed way down, he would just go on and usually be up ahead somewhere, sometimes waiting, and we wouldn't get that far apart, but I was able to hike my own hike. And it was good not to have to camp alone. I got to camp around people every night, so that was nice. You get that socialization, and plus you know that somebody's nearby. Anyway, so overall it was a good trip. I once again got to prove to myself that I am strong enough to get through, hike through the ankle pain. My pack is not fitting properly whatsoever. Got to get that situated. And so that caused a lot of back pain that I had to hike through. I had to hike through the asthma issues. So despite all that, I still had a good time, and I still enjoyed my hike. And I did once again say, "You're stronger than you believe." So, or to quote McCandless in Into the Wild, it's important in life not only to be strong, but to feel strong. And I think that's really important with this, is you have to feel strong. You have to play that mental game with yourself that you are strong even when you're feeling weak. So anyway, so on that note, with my last time at Boots Off on a hike, which I'm so sad about because I'm I'm gonna miss this place, and I'm gonna miss Grumpy, and yeah, I'm gonna miss it. I'll have to come back down and with Monkey Poo and Blaze and go paddling or something. Peace till next adventure.